how do you go about sorting through vendors that exist out there now? And the reason I raise this is because there's so many companies. I feel like there's more than there were before. They're talking about their AI roadmaps. Everyone's got an AI roadmap. Everyone is AI this, AI that. The message is so blended together. I feel like when you identified a problem, you want to look at vendors. All the vendors sound similar. How do you go about figuring out how to like navigate through that messiness of finding a third-party solution for something?
Yeah, I go to my AI tool. No, I think there's a couple of components. Number one, you want to look at your incumbents because eliminating any kind of a tool is a very expensive and a difficult component, right? What is their roadmap? What does that look like? But I think that's the obvious answer is you kind of start within. And then as you start to kind of evaluate what's happening, I think it all comes back to data, right? So if you're speaking with a vendor and the vendor is saying, I have this workflow, I have this automation, and internally what my data is garbage. I'm gonna put lipstick on a pig here. I'm gonna give you garbage in, garbage out. And so we look at vendors that can help us sort through that. We look at vendors that can say, we've seen 100 companies like you that have data here, have data there, have data everywhere. And here's how they've done it, right? They've created a data lake, or dating some technology, but they've created an MCP to be able to go here. Here's how we serve it up. Then we do X, Y, and Z. We can build an agent to validate that against another data source. So they're not just giving you a solution if they've built an AI workflow. They're actually explaining to you under the hood how that workflow is tested, validated, and corrected. And then is there human in the loop component? Because if you're an experienced executive, you can see where there's smoke, right? You can kind of see that's not going to work, and we're going to spend months trying to implement this thing, and at the end of the day the answer is going to be, I got to go rebuild my data. What I don't want to do is rebuild my data. I know it sucks, and what I want is a solution that's going to go and take my data and create a validation component, and I know I need a human in the loop. Does your system learn?
Yeah.
Okay, now we're talking, right? So it's asking the right questions of the vendor and not just going for, my car goes 120 miles an hour. Yeah, but the speed limit is 35. I don't care about 120 miles an hour. I got to understand how I'm going to get there at 35 miles an hour in the most comfort and the best effective way possible.
Yeah.